I am Big Dave.
I'm C-Dub.
And welcome to the second round of the Tournament of Trash. How did you enjoy round one, Chris?
I enjoyed it immensely. It was fun seeing these reaction when he realized he said the most, probably could have been number one seed, but
yeah. It's pretty ridiculous, right? Yeah.
Yeah, but it's funny. Look at the whole thing. I think you're right. We didn't say too many things that's now granted, this is like a recency bias, right? Because like we didn't go, we can't remember everything we said like 7 years ago.
Correct.
But look at the board, we pretty much kind of level-headed,
Yeah, but yes, there was definitely some bads in there. For sure,
oh yeah, some bads.
But it wasn't, insane. There's a level to bad takes. You know what I mean? Like you can say, that's just a bad take, dog, and then some of them are just like, dude, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, what are you talking about? Like, that's insane. D had probably the most, like, that's insane. Like,
yeah.
Yeah, two. Well, in my opinion, he had two insane ones, but I thought I had an insane one. But overall, yeah, it's been fun to do. We will continue doing it because this is round two, and we got a special guest on with us to do round two, ladies and gentlemen. This young man here has been wanting to do the Tournament of Trash with us for a while. He was the first name we thought of when we said we need a guest for round two. This was the first name we thought of. He was very excited. I'm very happy that he's here. Very intelligent. From the Bulls Gold podcast, which you can check out anywhere, man. It is an awesome podcast he does with our guy, Ed Schuler Jr. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Salim the Dream. Salim Suterwalla. Did I get it right? Tell me I got it right.
You did. You're good. I love your introduction because, like, you like the Monty Williams, like, pump me up. Like, can you call me in the morning, get me, like, ready to run through a wall every morning? That's love, man. You, like, the way you introduce me, you call me intelligent. Like, I'm not intelligent, but like I appreciate it.
I mean, you couldn't be here if you weren't intelligent, man. You know what I mean? And the glasses are a dead giveaway. You got glasses on.
The stereotype.
We're gonna think you're gonna be.
I trick people, I guess.
Yeah, seriously, think about it.
Fake it till you make it.
Fake it till you make it. Go ahead. All right, Salim. Let's get to the good stuff.
The good stuff.
Let's get to the fun stuff as to why you are here, sir. You are here with us to do the second round of the Tournament of Trash. Now, we had our first round. It was excellent. It was so much fun. This year, we are doing the worst ball sports takes. These are the takes that Chris and myself and D Jackson, because he's part of the ball sports family, these are all the takes that we have said over the years. Some of them are atrocious. Some of them were like, what the hell were we thinking? But we had our first round, and it was a fun first round. And now it is on you, Salim, to decide who is going into the final four. This is a big deal, man.
Oh man, and it's a lot of responsibility. But I think I'm ready for it.
All right. So, as always, you'll decide who goes on to the next round. Chris and I each hold a veto vote just to preserve the integrity of the Tournament of Trash. We call it the C Red Fred rule because he definitely tried it. We have never used the veto outside of Fred. We just want to say that he's the only one we have ever used the veto on, man. Because so.
You always have to set something up with Fred, man.
Yeah, you had to put it in, and we
appreciate unpredictability of Fred. Red Fred. So,
and you like when people can show you your flaws, and where the back door is, where you might not have a lock on it. We appreciate Fred for that. So
shout out to Fred. We like to make fun of him, but we love him.
Oh yeah, he's the best. He's the absolute best, man. So here in round two, Salim, there are two regions. There's the trash region, and there is the garbage region. Which region would you like to start with, my friend?
Let's start with trash.
Ooh, we will start with the trash region. Here we go. Number one seed, Ben Wallace is not a Hall of Famer, said by D Jackson, against the number two seed, Jimmy Butler. Now, D Jackson said Ben Wallace is not a Hall of Famer. He shouldn't be a Hall of Famer because he never averaged 10 points a game. I told D-Jack he was insane. Ben Wallace, 4-time Defensive Player of the Year. Like, That's like winning 4 MVPs. The only one who's ever done that is Dikembe Mutombo, and guess where he is? So of course he's going to the Hall of Fame. We made a bet. I said he'd be there within 5 to 7 years. He'll be there, and he made it in 4. And so now D Jackson owes me a case of beer, and we'll see if he does it. We'll see if he lives up to that. He is a man of his word, so we'll see if he lives up to it. But yes, not a good take against the number 2 seed, Jimmy Butler. If there's anybody that has continually, and I mean continually, knocked down every single barrier we set up for them, it is Jimmy Butler. Every single time Chris and I would come on here, we have a barrier set for that man. And I mean, he would run through it or jump over it some kind of way. Oh man, why you call him Jimmy Buckets? All he does is get fouls. He's Jimmy Whistles. He can't average 20 a game. Well, then he goes average 20 a game. Yeah, well, he can't really lead a team to the playoffs. Yeah, well, then he goes to lead a team to the playoffs. Well, he's got to become all NBA. If he's going to do that, then he becomes all NBA. Well, yeah, he's got to be an all-star too. Well, then I'm going to go ahead and be an all-star. Well, he's got to go make a deep run in the playoffs. We see him make a deep run in the playoffs with Miami. Yeah, well, he did all that, but he's got to get to a finals. Then he gets to a finals. Yeah, okay, he had a finals, man, but he got to ball out in the finals, has a 40-point triple-double. He's done it at every single time. He continues to shop down those things that we do, man. Would you agree with this, Chris?
Absolutely.
Every single time. So, Salim, and we know he's your guy.
He is my guy.
We know he's your guy. We're gonna need you to be fair and impartial, and we're gonna roll with you on this, man. Who moves on to the Final Four? Is it Ben Wallace is not a Hall of Famer, or is it Jimmy Butler?
So to be fair, I have to be fair. Even though Jimmy is, every time I hear Jimmy slander, I get angry and I'm Twitter fingers, man. You know me. I get heated. And by the way, I'm gonna make a statement right now. Future Hall of Famer Jimmy Butler. That's happening. That's gonna happen.
How many All-Stars does he have? How many All-Stars does he have?
He has 5. He has
5?
4
okay.
All-NBA teams, 4 or 5 All-NBA teams. He has 4 All-Defensive teams. Gold medal winner. And he's not done yet. He's gonna add. True. He's gonna add still to the resume.
I think he's got to get a ring.
In. Nah, dude's getting in. No, you don't need the ring though, because guys have made it without the ring. So
true.
But, that's my take. I've said it.
And then another wall, another barrier.
Another barrier, right? Let's just put it up.
It's getting there. He's getting there. But anyways, I'm gonna go with Ben Wallace, not Hall of Fame, because that's just absurd. You look at Ben Wallace's resume. I'm sorry, your guy D Jackson. No disrespect to your guy, but
no. Tell the truth, sir. Tell the truth.
That's just absurd. You look at his resume. Not only the Defensive Player of the Year, you look at he's had his All-Stars too. He's had countless All-NBA defensive teams, first defense.
Yeah.
He's made all defensive. He's made all NBA teams as well, and obviously you talk about the championship. I mean, the resume was always there. He should have made it on the first try. I don't know what the hell they were thinking. You talk about 4 Defensive Player of the Years alone that gets you in, and then you add in all the other stuff. It's what's wrong with you dudes? What were you thinking when you said, nah, he's not a Hall of Famer?
It was the 10 points a game. It was that he's never averaged 10 points a game.
Man,
it was that.
Points per game is the most annoying stat for me. People criticize he doesn't have enough points. Come on, man. There's more to basketball than points per game.
Wow. Worthy of the number 1 seed.
That Ben Wallace. Ben Wallace is not a Hall of Famer.
All right. Ben Wallace is not Hall of Famer. We'll move on. All right. That's everything I wanted it to be. All right. Number 3 seed. Zach LaVine won't be as athletic after his surgery. He's a Ricky Davis type. Against the number 5 seed, Denny Advia. The number 3 seed was once again said by D Jackson. He did not believe me that he said this. I had to go find it and then put it on the last podcast that we did, that he called him a Ricky Davis type. And then you can also hear me and Chris yelling the words no at him over and over again. What are you talking about? So yeah, D didn't like this take when he hears it now. He did not enjoy it that he said it. It's a bad take, and it's just not a good take. Denny Advia, that is me. I was in on Denny Advia as far as who the Bulls should draft. I knew they weren't going to get LaMelo, and I was like, if they're not going to get LaMelo, you got to get this Advia guy. Because look, I've seen the tape, guys. Look at this guy. Look at the effort that he plays with. I was just enamored with his effort. I was enamored with how he played. When Chris told me the story, the Lion King story, as I call it, when he won a game and he went in the stands and he grabbed a baby and he held it up, and joy. And Chris said he did it 2 times. When he did it twice, I was all in. I was like, Denny Avia, yes, get him. He's gonna be the one. That's who the Bulls should be getting right there. Give me Denny all day long. And Denny has been, yeah. He came in and hasn't done too much, man. And I mean, to the point he couldn't get on the floor. Like he was on the floor to start, and then they took him off the floor, and he wasn't even getting any tick. So, Salim, I'll ask you, who moves on? The number 3 seed, Zach LaVine, won't be as athletic after surgery. He's a Ricky Davis type against the number 5 seed, Denny Advia.
I'll go with Zach LaVine's won't be as athletic because, like, in hindsight now, when you look at it, it's like, man, Zach LaVine might be more athletic now somehow. Its athleticism is just absurd. Like the way he still bounces off the ground, it's just absolutely insane. I'll say this about Denny. I think it's a little too early to say that he's a failure because he only had 1 year, and it was like 54 games. So I think he probably still has a chance to develop and be a nice player. We'll see.
But then it's looking at, Patrick Williams on top of that. You know what I'm saying? Like so it's like I was all in, and then you look at Pat on top of that, you're like, ooh, yeah, that was a bad one, Dave.
Yeah, like I said, we'll see with Denny. But I think the LaVine one, and not to pick on your guy, D Jackson, because
it's what it is.
I like him because I listen to your guys' show a lot. He's on.
Yeah.
He's a good dude. He sounds
very
like
intelligent.
Dude,
yeah.
He said a lot of the right things, too, as well. So he's got a lot.
There's a lot of right things. Yeah.
Now, I don't align with his Jimmy hate, but I like him. I think he sounds like a good dude. But yeah, I'll go with LaVine. Won't be as athletic after surgery.
All right, exactly.
Yeah. I think the Ricky Davis type is really what got it. It's like,
the Ricky Davis that's
insulting.
Yeah, that's slanderous. That's slanderous.
Yes, it is, man. Like Ricky, wow. All right. So that is done for the trash region. Let's move on to the garbage region. The number 1 seed, Luka Doncic, won't be good. That is C-Dub.
No.
Against the number 2 seed, Rondo is not a good player. Once again, D Jackson. Chris, I'll let you have the floor on this one. Luka Doncic not being good, sir.
Yeah, as I said in the last podcast, I am an excellent, if anything, scout of basketball. And I knew right away when I saw Luka, he cannot play in the NBA. He's too slow. The ball handling skills I saw were trash. And he couldn't shoot. And somehow he grew 2 feet. We got to the NBA. So I did not think he'd be good. I thought he'd make it to the NBA and be okay. I did not think he would even be approaching an all-star type. So yeah, I to my eye when I saw the highlights and was watching his video on YouTube, I did not have him being good at all, really. I have him being bad, but I didn't have him being good. And for him to be like one of the best players ever in NBA history right now, to my taking him be good, it's a big gap.
No, the best part about it is it actually took you convincing. After seeing him drop several 30-point triple doubles, you still was like, yeah, I don't know.
Hey, Salim, here's what I tell Dave. Well, if Scottie Pippen was guarding, he would be doing that.
Yeah, he would. Yeah. Which you can't use that as your pressure.
If Michael Jordan was guarding, he could be getting that shot off. Come on now.
He did, man. But yeah, he
looked
against the number 2 seed, Rondo is not a good player. D Jackson has never liked Rajon Rondo. He's never liked him. Not a fan of him. I specifically believe it's because of he and Derrick Rose, because D Jackson is a colossal Derrick Rose fan. So I specifically believe it's because of that, but you should not let that cloud your basketball judgment in your mind. When he would just spout this to us, and I mean, just go on tirades about how he is not that dude, he is not that good, barely a Hall of Fame. I was like, dude, he didn't even think he would be in the Hall of Fame, and I'm like, the man led the league in assists with like 3 different teams. Like, you can't say that he's not a Hall of Famer and things like that. So, yeah, D Jackson just did not think he was a good player. Didn't want to believe in him when he was here with the Chicago Bulls, and he saw him go Rondo, and then you saw him, help the Lakers win the championship last year. So, yeah, he's a good basketball player. I think it's safe to say that he's good. So Salim, who moves on here? Luka Doncic won't be good against Rondo, is not a good player.
It's definitely Luka moving on because,
wow,
Rondo. I think I had my issues with Rondo too. Like in the regular season, he wasn't that much. But the playoff Rondo was real though. Like originally, when he first started, and I'm talking about before his injuries, after his injuries, not before his injuries, because before his injuries, he was just good all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But after his injuries, I don't know if he just kind of took the regular season like lightly or whatever. But playoff Rondo is a real guy. Like you saw it every year. Regular season he wouldn't be very good. He would always hurt the team somehow. But then the playoffs come, and this guy is integral part of making things happen. Like that Lakers championship, he was huge for them, like major. Yeah. He made some big plays for them. So yeah, playoff Rondo is real. Rondo is good. But yeah, Luka. The guy's a generational player, man. That he's just like I just saw it. Like I think it came down to people not understanding like how good that league is that he's playing in. It's the second best league to the NBA, and it's like he was a child, like a 15-year-old kid playing against grown ass men.
He was
like
and
succeeding. So. That when you saw what he was doing, and it's like, okay, this guy is gonna be really good. Now we can argue. I can completely agree with people when they say like, I thought he would be an all-star, but him coming in from like the get-go to the second season being this absurdly guy that drops 40-point triple doubles on a regular basis, I think maybe that, we probably could say we didn't see that coming so quick. Like from right away, this guy just comes into the league and is just almost single-handedly beating like the Clippers. So like seeing him do the things that he's done, it's probably a little bit more than what we expected from like for him to be so quickly that good. But yeah, Luka's moving on because Luka is just shout out to John Sabine. That's his guy too. So. Luka's moving on.
All right, Luka moves on. Luka moves on to the Final Four. Go ahead.
I'm surprised, man. I really thought Rondo not a good player because Luka is like, I could see you. He didn't know really. Rondo's like he's a good player, like
it's just the fact that he's not just good, like he's generational. I think
that's the point. That's crazy. Yeah, the gap, like I said, is there.
Yeah, the gap. That's what does it.
All right, Salim, I love it, man.
All right, let's move to the final matchup here. The final matchup. The number 6 seed in the upset. The number 6 seed, Jahlil Okafor, has more upside than Bobby Portis. That is said by Chris and myself. Against the number 4 seed, Lauri Markkanen. Now, the number 6 seed was said by D Jackson when he said that Bobby Portis has more upside than Jahlil Okafor, and Chris and I went insane. We're like, what are you talking about? This is Jahlil Okafor, dude. This is like the number 2 pick in the draft. He is going to be great. He's going to be awesome, dude. Like, give him some time. Like, he's going to be that man. You're crazy. You don't know what you're talking about. And then Bobby Portis goes out and basically has an incredible season. Like he's gotten better every single year that he's been. He's definitely stretched his game to where he is one of the best 3-point shooters out there. Should have been in the 6th man of the year conversation. I don't know why he wasn't. And then on top of that, let me go ahead and win a ring. On top of that, with Giannis, Antetokounmpo, and the rest of those guys. So yeah, and Jahlil Okafor, I honestly don't even know what Jahlil Okafor is doing right now. So much respect to the hometown, though, like for real, because he was a beast at Whitney Young. He was monstrous. Against the number 4 seed, Lauri Markkanen. Everybody knows it's well documented. My love for one Lauri Markkanen, to the point where I got my man's hot sauce here, even with me, man. Like it was that deep, my love for one Lauri Markkanen, ladies and gentlemen. I bought several of these. Chris has one. I don't know if he still has it because I gave it to him. But yes, it was this deep for one Lauri Markkanen. But my goodness, man, what talk about just not living up to the hype and the expectation I had for him. Watching his tape in Finland now makes me angry because I don't know who that basketball player is. Like, who is this dude with confidence and moves and dunks and, just hyped up and yelling at people and, making the right play and hitting game-winning shots and begging for the basketball. And then you get here and I don't know who you are. Like, I just don't know who you are, man. Every game. I held on to February for a long time.
February.
Oh my God. I remember arguing with Kendall Gill. I'm arguing with NBA players about Lauri Markkanen. Like, you're wrong, Kendall Gill. You're wrong, NBA veteran Kendall Gill. 11 steals in the game. What do you know? You don't know. Lauri Markkanen can be great. And oh my God. Now I can't wait for him to leave. Like, that's the point we're at with Lauri Markkanen. So, Salim, who will move on? Jahlil Okafor has more upside than Bobby Portis going against Lauri Markkanen.
I'll say this about Jahlil that before we get into who I pick. I think he came into the league at a time where the game was changing so much.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's a throwback big. Like if he came in the early 2000s, I think he would have probably found more success. Because obviously we still, valued those type of back to the basket bigs back then.
Mm-hmm.
That didn't really have like a lot of range in their game. But I think that's probably what hurt Jahlil more than anything. Like just the timing when he came into the league. And Bobby Portis is really good, but it's not like Bobby Portis is a star. He's a good player. He's a solid role player. He can impact the game off the bench, but it's not like Bobby Portis is like this phenomenal like guy that's 20 and 10 every game and just doing crazy foolish things out on the court. So I'll say it's Lauri Markkanen because we all at some point thought Lauri would be something special. Like he showed some potential to be more than what I think he's probably now best suited as a scoring big off the bench. Like just a guy that comes in, spaces the floor, and like I'll be surprised if he's ever a focal point of a team's offense. Like probably like a fourth or fifth guy maybe, like coming in and just giving you a little offense here and there. And then because he's so limited defensively, you'll have to take him out when it's like late in the game. But yeah, I'm gonna say a Lauri Markkanen moves on because this especially when knowing that he was supposed to be so much more than he is or what he became.
That's a surprise to me because I know Lauri Markkanen. I had high expectations for him, but not as high as most people. So I'm a little surprised by that. But just like, man, Jahlil probably got a big contract though, Salim. You got a big contract. You're gonna get some money. You're gonna get paid.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think what is Okafor and like with the Pelicans right now. I think that's
here's the big gap. I don't know if Okafor's in the league.
No, he's playing for the Detroit Pistons.
Yeah, but I do, and they got a lot of like power forward, small forward people on that team. They got a lot of That's weird. That's a weird spot for him to be at. I guess. He's talented. He's gonna hop around, but man, he's falling off. Falling off.
Yeah, he's like I said, he just came into the league when the league was changing. So I think that's kind of hurt him in that sense. But yeah, he's still in the league somehow. I don't we'll see how much longer he lasts, but he's in the league somehow. I mean, he's making $4 million this year. That's good for him, man.
Yeah, it's a good career to have, being an NBA player.
Or maybe not 4 million. I don't know what he's making. He might not be making that much. I think that was about probably his rookie contract when he was making that much. But no, yeah, I'm gonna go with the Larry Markkinen one.
Okay. So Larry Markkinen moves on in the coverage region. The Final Four is set.
Final Four is set. I think if I make a prediction right now, Ben Wallace versus Luka is gonna be a competitive finals.
Oh, that's what you got in the finals? Okay, all right.
I do. That's gonna be. I mean, I look at it as like Ben Wallace, not a Hall of Famer. Luka won't be good. I think those are headed for a fight.
Headed for a showdown.
Yeah, showdown. I think those two are headed for a showdown.
Although, don't sleep on Levine, and Ricky Davis.
Yeah, that's my dark horse. That's my dark horse.
Maybe.
Exactly me. Yeah, that's my dark horse. It's just the Ricky Davis type that kind of puts it over, but that's my dark horse, man. But
that's true.
You're right. The number one seeds are strong. I mean, it's gonna be Duke, North Carolina out here, man. It should be some really incredible matchups. I can't wait to see who moves on to the championship. And once we get to the championship, all the wonderful listeners, all our wonderful fans on Twitter get to vote and decide who wins the Tournament of Trash and who wins the Please Retire Norm Van Leer's jersey trophy. So,
yeah.
So I can't wait for that. We'll continue this next week. We got a great guest coming on next week. I won't tell y'all who it is, but it's a great guest. And yeah, I can't wait to talk to this person. It's gonna be awesome. Salim, the dream. Thank you for coming on, man. Please let the people know where they can find you, where they can listen to you, where they can follow you on social media, sir.
Oh man, pleasure. I love coming on and talking to you guys. Like, you guys are some of my favorite people.
Oh, thank you, man.
For real. Like, I love your show. You guys just, you guys make me laugh, and you guys are fun to listen to. So this is a pleasure. This is an honor that even though like I've been begging, it's an honor still that you chose me.
I just see there are a lot of slots open. It's very exclusive. So the fact that you got on means a lot.
It is exclusive.
They're
literally, you like me. You really like me.
Yes. There are literally only 2 slots open because round 1 is always already set. And so there are literally 2 slots open every year. And, we try to get guys on. Our guy, Marcus, is still mad at us because he's been trying to get on here for years. Every year he gets mad at us now because we haven't had him on the Tournament. And every year we're like, hey, how about next year? So now it's become like a bit. It's become like a bit now in my head now with Marcus, man. But we definitely were trying to get him on one of these, man, that we do because he really wants to be on here. But we definitely wanted you on here, Salim, because not only are you a great person, but just your basketball knowledge and what you say, like it's really brilliant and it's really incredible, man. And I'm just glad you came on here to share that with the people, man. So we appreciate that, though.
I appreciate it. But yeah, you can follow me at Salim _BG Hoops. That's B as in boy, G as in girl. That's Bulls Gold, stands for Bulls Gold. You can follow there. You can follow our podcast account at Bulls Gold. You can follow my very illustrious, intelligent, the Barry White of Bulls Gold, Bulls podcasters, Edward Schuler Jr. That's Edward Schuler. Last name is spelled Shuler Jr. On Twitter. We're actually newly joined the Barroom Network.
Oh,
so wow. Look us up on the Barroom Network. You can find a bunch of great Chicago sports shows and various other type of shows on there that they do. They also do like some stuff like sometimes movies and like rate podcasts. Sometimes they may have up. But man, it's we had a great opportunity to join them. So look us up on there.
That's awesome.
Listen to the other shows too if you want. They're good shows, and yeah, that's about it.
Yes, sir. You can check us out at ballsports.com. You can also follow us on social media at Ball Sports and at Ball Sports 1. And we are also on Instagram at Ball Sports, and check out our podcast anywhere you listen to podcasts. We are in the same places where you can find Bulls Gold. We are right there as well. Chris.
Yes, and don't forget, you can check us out on YouTube. Let's search for Ball, BAWL, or hashtag Ball will come up. We're gonna have all the tournament trash, shows on YouTube. I think going forward, pretty much gonna have all our shows on YouTube, as well. So, yeah. So you want to see how the handsome Chris, the fabulous Big Dave, and the wonderful Salim Suterwalla,
Dream.
Salim the Dream.
Salim the Dream. Check us out on YouTube, and don't forget to subscribe.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. That's right, man. Thank y'all for checking us out. Thank y'all for rolling with us. We are moving on to the Final Four. We'll see y'all next week. We'll do it right there. Thanks on my man Salim, on behalf of my man Chris, aka C Dub. I'm Big Dave. We out. See y'all. Peace. Bye. We gone.